This is Chilesa ready here again for your Friday, Fearless Friday chat. Coming a little bit later today, but hey, it's the holidays. We're out with family, about to go on a train ride, and getting in the Christmas spirit. But I just still wanted to come on today and talk a little bit more as we close out the year of 2019 of the things that we can be doing to move forward into 2020 fierce, fearless, and positive of the future. So my son wants to say hi real quick. Say hi. Hi. As we get going again, this is Chilesa. I come to you because I'm so convinced that fear is one of the main things that prevents us from moving forward into our destiny and into our future. And so I started the Fearless Friday chats just as a way of giving everybody a little tidbit of information before we move into our weekend. So this is probably going to be one of the last ones of this year, but I wanted to come again before you today to let's talk about fear. We started talking about how fear is a journey and how that every day you can practice doing something to defy fear. So for instance, it might be that you find yourself afraid maybe to move up in your career. Maybe you've been fearful about stepping out in your own business, or maybe that book project has been looming over you. You know you want to complete it, but there's some fear, or perhaps you just not made the time to complete it. So we discussed that fear is not a one-time fight, but it's sometimes a daily thing that we do to defy the things that cause us to be afraid. We also talked about being fearful of people. We talked about being fearful of the unknown. And so today, my little tidbit is simply, as we move forward and close out this year, remember who you are. Know who you are. When you know who you are, fear can't come into the picture. When you know completely that you are able to accomplish a task, that you are equipped, that you are skilled, that you are gifted, that you are talented, when you are so certain of that knowledge in yourself, you don't have to worry about the things that come your way. For instance, let's say, I want to start my own business. I know that it's been given to me to do. I know that God has already gifted me to do it. So now I just need to gird myself up, do the proper preparations, step out in faith, and open the business. So I began to do the research. I began to find out the information that it takes in order for me to move forward in that arena. But in that way, I'm doing something fearless every day, but I'm also confident in knowing who I am. So those of you who are Christ followers, you know that you are destined and that you have purpose. There's a reason for you to be here, and God has great things in store for your life. As you move into 2020, I have no doubt that you are going to experience abundance beyond measure, that there's things awaiting for you to get there. And as you begin to step out in faith, as you begin to do things that at once caused you to be fearful, but then stepping out and doing them anyway, you're going to find that the doors will begin to open. The windows that had previously been shut are going to be opening on your behalf because you're beginning to step out and do what God said to do. And so he follows his word. If he's promised it to you, he's faithful to do what he's promised to do. So when you are confident in that knowledge that you're a child of God, that you cannot be defeated, that the battle is his, that there is nothing that can form, no challenge that you can't face, that no weapon formed against you will prosper. When you understand fully who you are as a child of God, fear cannot stand a chance. Every time fearful thoughts come up, you cast those thoughts down and say, no, but I know who I am. Yeah, I know what everybody else is saying, but I know who I am and I know what I've been called to do. And so we begin to, as you make those small steps every single day, you get a little further down the road. You begin to find that, yes, more doors do open. And it's amazing because as the doors open, you realize, I'm prepared for this. Suddenly, you begin to operate more confidently. You begin to experience a peace and a rest because you know you're walking in your destiny. Again, fear is a journey. We journey through it every day. You will probably never get to a point where something doesn't cause you to be afraid or cause you to be anxious. Moms, we are worried constantly about our children. We're fearful about their destiny and about their future. We want to protect them. We want to cover them. We want to make sure that everything is fine for them. I know I do. I've got 3 kiddos. But when those fears and those worries and those anxieties come up, I remind myself that not only do I belong to God, but they were given to me by Him. Nothing can strike them from Him or take them from Him. They are completely covered and protected. And so I rest in that knowledge. Sometimes it means reminding myself moment by moment, but I rest in the knowledge that they belong to Him. Their steps are ordered by God, just like yours are. So again, as we travel through life, as we travel and walk towards our destiny, it's so important that we understand that fear is a part of it. It's an emotion. It's also a spirit. And so as we move to do more and more of what God has called us to do, we walk through it. There are some things that we go over, but there are many things that we must go through. We walk through resting in the Lord, resting in the revelation of His love, resting and knowing exactly who we are in Him. And so I leave you on this Fearless Friday chat just with that reminder that you are created in His image, that you are an amazing person, you're an amazing man or woman of God, you are destined, you are purposed, what He has promised shall come to pass as you begin to launch out and defy those worries, those anxious thoughts, and those fears that you have previously experienced. I also want to remind you, please, if you are interested in more inspiration, such as what you've heard, I have a wonderful website with lots of information for moms, for wives, for those of you who are entrepreneurs. Go to livealimitlesslife.com. You can pull it up and find all types of information. It'll be a blessing to you. Scroll down to the bottom, sign up for my newsletter. I send out a monthly word of inspiration and encouragement. And so again, that's at livealimitlesslife.com. I'm also hosting an amazing event coming up here in January as a launch into the new year for all of my women who are interested in going to the next level. God has prepared in 2020 new platforms. There are new platforms awaiting those of us who are in tune and ready, in tune to the voice of God and ready to move out on what He's promised. So the name of the retreat is called Arise 2020. It's a women's healing retreat, January the 11th. Please come out. It's going to be wonderful. It's an intimate experience. There are only a few spots left, and that was by design. It's supposed to be a retreat unlike others, where you actually get to connect very personally to those that are there. You'll receive individualized coaching. You'll be poured into. You will walk away with your vision, a plan, and your action steps prepared. There will be accountability points throughout the year. And you will also leave newly commissioned and ready for your destiny. So come on out and join us at Arise 2020 on January the 11th at the Savannah Resort and Spa here in Carefree, Arizona. Don't miss it. It's going to be a full day of wonderful speakers who are already preparing. We're so excited about what God is going to do. You can sign up and register at livealimitlesslife.com and then click on the Arise 2020 event button. You do not want to miss this wonderful opportunity. So again, this is Chilesa Reddy. I'm about to sign off, but I pray that everyone has an amazing weekend. Enjoy your family. Merry Christmas to everyone. Go into the season with a spirit of thanksgiving, remembering that Jesus came, and because He came, His name is Emmanuel. He's God with us. He's with you through those tough times, through those experiences of grief and loss. He's there. He's there for you. He has peace and He has rest. Grab a hold of it and then prepare your heart for all the wonderful things that He has in store. I'll see you next time. God bless.